Hey guys, it's Captain Danny Allen with Beyond the Surface TV. I had a little something I wanted to share with you guys today. I know it's really easy to go into new areas that you've never been to before, whether you're there for vacation, visiting folks, or just wanting to fish a new area. It's very easy to get carried away because of the amount of water and opportunities. So it's really easy to stay confused. So here's a few tips I wanted to share with you guys to simplify an area by using your GPS and your data card. I know when we come to a new area and we're trying to get some footage and content for the show, it can be overwhelming. It can be extremely overwhelming in different areas. You get over into Louisiana and things of that nature and there's so much going on, it's hard to diagnose quickly. And that's what you have to do. So this little idea hopefully will simplify some of that and make it a little easier on you. So this little island here has a lot going on. And anytime you have a lot going on in a small confined area, that's where you want to start at. You have options and fish want options. Therefore, you have to figure out which options they're choosing. So as you zoom in, you'll see these bars that are coming out. Every one of these bars have something in common. They have points. Dominant points is what I like to label them. Because you got your points, you got your little points and things of that nature, but you always have them ones that really come way out and are dominant. And those are usually the ones that your bait, all your current, and of course your predator fish are gonna track by. So this island has something really cool and unique right here. On the flood tide, it's gonna come off this channel. Over here you can't see, but there's a channel. It's gonna come off this channel and flood and fill up this cove, and you got two options, two dominant points as that water comes in and out. Now you got to remember that you got a flood tide and a falling tide there. It's going to move and build current walls each direction both times. You're going to have 4 hours or so of prime on one direction and 4 hours of prime water on the other direction. And these 2 points right here are definitely spots I would hit in the area. So then you're going to come to the backside, whole nother direction, same thing. High edges, shoals, and points, dominant points. See, as you can see, there's a huge bay, no points, no nothing special, just dead water per se. Over here on the other side, laden with points, point, little shoals that are coming out and building points. But this is your dominant point. This is your main push of water and forage of bait that's gonna happen is on this front end here. And again, all of your water's coming up on high tide flood and bringing it to it. So low tide drain, forage, fish, and all got to come back up. Then you come out to the backside, same thing, huge point on the backside. As you can see, everything, all of these high banks, all of these little sand holes and pockets and stuff, all the fish are going to move up there on these high points. These are all going to be really good. Again, once again, you got you a little drain here. Think about, as you're fishing these spots during your flood water, reverse the thought process as you're thinking about later in the day. Say you might go in for lunch. You know, you got a flood tide in the morning, you get tired, you get hungry, you want to come in and eat at the local bar and grill. When you come back out, if you caught fish in some of these places, definitely come back and catch them again on the outgoing water flow. They're going to stage right back up the same way they came in. They're going to stage back up on the way out in a reverse thought process. Those little points right there will definitely help you catch fish. Over here on the other side, you have a whole nother deal. You have a huge chunk of body of water coming in right here. Look at these depths, 17, 13, 10, 20. All of that is huge moving water. Once your water gets to a low state, a lot of this stuff that was pulled up on these higher banks is gonna fall back into these deeper areas. And following the bait and the current walls on this depth is definitely gonna produce fish. So this is just some small ideas and some small things to think. When you go into an area that you're not used to, this is just one little zone, one island. I would say this island is probably 2 miles wide. That's a small chunk when you think about a whole entire city of water to follow. So start with these kind of small things and grow from there, and I guarantee you it will help you put fish in the boat. So this little body of water right here is full of opportunity. If you'll just go slow and check out the maps, everyone's got a different map. Make sure it's an aerial view so it can really zone in on the sand points and the sand holes and bar points and things of that nature. Really pay attention to all the small details, and don't forget where the tide flow is. That's probably the biggest point. Catch your tidal flow, catch your current walls, utilize your maps, and shrink the area. Don't get overwhelmed with such a big thought process all at once. Bring it down to a small process, see what works, and then take it to the next area, what worked at that one process. And I really hope that this helps you with your new areas that you may be visiting and your fishing by simplifying the situation.